When police pull you over, they are supposed to record your race accurately on your ticket. It's required by law to show whether officers are racially profiling.
The KXAN investigator Brian Collister discovered some at the Austin Police Department are not always following that law.
Because of what we uncovered, the police chief is ordering a review of his department's collection of traffic citation data. This all comes at a time when many minorities in Austin say something finally needs to change.
I can't change my color. I was born this way. And other black people can't change their color either. They're just being profiled for no reason. I'm tired of it.
Anger and frustration.
My fear is that when I get in my car and drive to my job, that I will be stopped by the police.
Gonna get a few tickets, okay?
The fear of racial profiling by police is very real for many in Austin, including Danielle Yanis.
I'm a Chicano.
Yanis believes Austin officers pulled him over last year because he's Hispanic.
Within 5 minutes, there were 4 other cars, and I had 8 policemen surrounding me.
On his ticket for expired registration and inspection, police wrote down his race, which is required by law and meant to prevent racial profiling. But Yanis never noticed.
Does that say white?
Yes.
Well, I didn't even notice.
They put you down as white.
So you got a citation for me. I didn't even notice that. That is, well, there you go. What can I tell you? It's insidious.
It didn't just happen once, but twice. Again in 2012, when another officer marked him down as white.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. I guess I must be white. Jeez.
The longtime Austin activist complained about his most recent stop to the city's Human Rights Commission while discussing training and policies on racial profiling.
I can tell you that I lived in West Austin for 22 years, and that never happened.
During that same meeting, the head of APD's training academy said this.
We very accurately document every stop and every contact with the public.
But that's not what we found. KXAN uncovered case after case of Austin officers ticketing minority drivers incorrectly, marking them down as white, when as you can see, they're clearly not. We analyzed more than 600,000 tickets from the last 5 years. We identified and verified drivers who are Hispanic, Asian, and Black, recorded in APD's own racial profiling data as white, like Monique Weedle, Ebony Stearns, Monique Verse, and Eric Pham, each marked down by an officer as white. And there's Darren Chung.
It's just surprising. I mean, I'm not white, so it's just a surprise.
His ticket from running a red light this year says he's white too.
I'm half Indian, quarter black, quarter Chinese.
Are you white?
Not white, no.
Stop and search traffic.
In every traffic stop, state law requires peace officers determine the driver's race to the best of their ability and document it. The law is very clear. Race and ethnicity are treated the same.
The expectation is that our people honestly fill out the documentation.
By law, APD Chief Art Acevedo delivers an annual report on his department's racial profiling data to the City Council. It's based on what officers write down at each traffic stop.
This one's totally wrong. Zavala, I would say, is wrong. Pham, Trank, no, that's definitely wrong.
Sometimes your officers just get it wrong.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know. I can't answer that.
What concerns the chief the most is our list showing thousands with Hispanic names listed by his officers as white.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's problematic. And it gives me some pause to question why we're having that many that are coming up being counted as white. That's a problem. So I have to look at, is it a policy issue? Is it a training issue? Or is it a data input issue? Or is it people not doing the right thing?
If the data is incorrect or is being implemented incorrectly, then it's essentially it's not good.
We shared our findings with Texas State professor Scott Bowman, who teaches a course in racial profiling.
How do you make sure that it's accurate and just?
Bowman doesn't know whether officers are deliberately skewing the data or possibly just trying to protect their jobs.
Rather than to have to take additional training or lose your job even, you can just simply check an alternate box and normally nobody would be the wiser.
We check to see whether who officers pull over is part of their evaluations. and it's not.
I believe that the majority of people, again, because we have hundreds of thousands of contacts a year, are accurately and honestly reporting data. Having said that, I'm not naive enough to think that there aren't people that out of either laziness, not caring, or intentionally putting down inaccurate information.
We also asked the department if it trains officers how to accurately determine the race of a driver. They told us that currently there is no such training. Brian Collister, KXAN Investigates.